The year 2023 has been a year of transition for Widget and viral games. I decided to look back on the year, give my point of view on the current state of the game, and finally talk about the future of Widget, which promises to be a successful one if viral games get things right. To start with, viral games has split from Daedalic Entertainment, the publisher for the past 5 years. Since around the beginning of February 2023, this information has been leaked by viral games themselves by updating their website, with new hires on the viral games team. It was only in August 2023 that the end of the partnership between viral games and Daedalic Entertainment was announced. According to this announcement, viral games state that this is the first step in a long-term plan on which the company has been working for several years. The announcement also reveals the name of the next major update for Widget, entitled Dreamland, and confirms that a port to consoles is under development. At the end of October 2023, Viral Games introduced an update that I consider to be the turning point for Widget and Unreal Engine 5. This transition, which many players were talking about a few years ago without much expectation after seeing technical demos of the graphics engine, has now become a reality for Widget. This transition to Unreal Engine 5 is an excellent move for the future of Widget, both in terms of innovation and technology. When Viral Games spoke of several steps for a long-term plan, this announcement is one of them. The artistic direction of the game is unchanged, the gameplay is still the same as players have known it, even though the physics engine have changed, Widget is still Widget from a general aspect. As you can see, 2023 has been a year of transition for viral games and Widget. I'm just going over it briefly, but there was the Firewall Lanes update, which includes 6 new maps created by members of the community for the official map contest 2022. The Match World Plus update allows you to modify a whole bunch of settings in custom games, and finally, as every year, new skins, new props, new structures for creative mode, and limited events. In short, a lot of player suggestion, content, and quality of life updates have been introduced to Widget. Next, I'm going to talk about the biggest issue I believe the game is currently facing, the servers. I think I must be one of the few people on the game to give the developers so much hate about this, but I cannot be blind to problems like this. For context, we need to go back to May 2023, when Viral Games announced that they had a new provider for the game servers, and that this change was active today. At the time, Widget was still running on Unreal Engine 4, and oh my god, it was a disaster. The servers were in a very bad state, there was latency, the servers didn't register players' input properly, the feelings of movement was completely off, and several times I found myself disconnected from the servers where I was playing for no reason at all, even though it was still running in the list of servers. And after 2 or 3 weeks, most of the issues has been fixed. You're thinking, great, what talk about it then? Guess what? The issue came back with the update to Unreal Engine 5, and at the time I uploaded this video, it still hasn't been fixed. So it's been over 2 months by Viral Games. Although there are no longer any random server disconnection, inputs are still not correctly registered by the server, especially when the game is above 100 FPS. The servers has trouble reading what the player is doing, to the point where I found a way of teleporting myself after mid-air retransformation. The feeling of movement with the props is still off. There is a sort of slow motion that's triggered when the player falls from a certain height or hits a surface. Just compared with the crouch, I get this sensation that there is an animation going on, when normally it's supposed to be raw, direct, instantaneous. When I'm close to props or structures, I feel like I'm a glue stick. I'm stuck. You're aware of this issue, Viral Games. I've been constantly hiding details and understating this issue, so please don't put this problem to the side. Okay, now the future of Widget. The year 2023 was unfortunately the lowest average number of players since the release of Widget 1.0. According to Steam charts, the average number of players on Widget in 2023 was around 123. This is 55% less than the average of 277 players in 2022. In 2021, the average number of players was 297, with peaks of over 2,000 players. Finally, in 2020, the average number of players was 191. These numbers might not be accurate, but a lot of free weekends help Witchit achieve higher players average in certain months, and Steam sales period also helped. So what does all this mean? Does that game apply to Witchit? Did Biowall Games try too hard? As I said earlier in this video, 2023 is the year of transition. Witchit is the first game from Biowall Games. From Alpha to 1.0, Biowall Games has been constantly building the foundation of their game and their definition of the hide-and-seek genre. And up to the year 2023, the fruit of all this work, experimentation, feedbacks from players, mistakes and achievement have made Witchit what it is today. Witchit isn't dead, it's just not born in the mainstream yet. And that's Biowall Games' next step, preparing the game for a wider audience. Which means making the game available on other platforms and releasing the game on consoles in its most polished and stable version. All this with cross-platform support. And if that wasn't enough, the next major update called Dreamland is just around the corner. The teaser put up by Biowall Games with these new props is none other than a preview of the next map in the Dreamland update. As with update 1.0, Dreamland is here. The skins, the new maps, the new props, the new structures, the new features, it's all there in the game files. And no, I won't be leaking anything in this video. Okay, so I was editing this video when Biowall Games just announced that an items trading system will be implemented in the game by early 2024, replacing the Steam trading system we know today. Again, I repeat myself, but it's another announcement in the long-term plan that I mentioned earlier. How can you not get excited about what's coming in the game for 2024? That's just crazy. The last things I want from you Biowall Games is that every limited event on Witchit is almost a torture. I love collecting your cinnamon stars or haunted candies in exchange for potential new skins, but please make events that aren't RNG based all the time. There are a lot of games that have different progression for unlocking skins. So feel free to draw inspiration from them while keeping the crafting system as it is now. I can already see people coming up with no battle pass like Fortnite or whatever crap game as the servers used, which it already had it a few years ago, sorry. The difference is that you have to play to get skins or ingredients in exchange for playtime, not money. I'm pretty confident about the future of Witchit. I think that 2024 will surely be one of the best years for this game. At least that's what I hope for Biowall Games.